Hey guys, thanks so much for stopping by my channel for a brand new video. I'm Kimani and this is Create Her Best Life, a place where artists and lovers of art connect, collaborate, and create the life that they desire and deserve. Today, I'm super excited because it's another beginning of the year type video. I'm talking about my goals for 2022. Now, first of all, I wanted to just do a quick recap, very quick, because I don't have like all of my goals that I wanted to fulfill last year. However, I do have two in particular that I really wanted to focus on, and I think that I definitely hit all of the marks for those. So the first goal that I really focused on last year in 2021 was to expand my business. So it increased my income. I started out with a specific position last year working for somebody else. Then I moved on to work for myself full time, and I definitely made significant strides in not only income but in my client base. So I'm super excited for the year to come and to just see how my business expands more this year. The second thing that I really wanted to focus on was my scripts. So as you guys know, or for those who don't know, I'm a screenwriter. That is my first love, even before photography. Photography and videography is how I make money. I enjoy making videos all the time. I want to be I am a filmmaker, but I want to be a paid filmmaker. So I continuously work on my scripts throughout the year. And a big goal of mine was to sell a script for the year. I didn't sell a script, but I did send in a pitch for one of the scripts that I've worked on. It's a pilot script. You guys have probably seen me talk about it on my Instagram. And I'm just super excited for this story, super excited to have hit that milestone because it was the first time ever that I sent in a pitch or developed a pitch or anything of that nature when it comes to any of my stories. So I'm super excited to see what comes of that. I'm optimistic. I have no idea if I'll win anything because, of course, this is my first time. The odds are low, but I'm just optimistic because that was my first time, and that means that I'll be a lot less nervous moving forward with pitching. So let's jump right into the goals that I have for 2022. I'm only going to share a few of my personal and professional goals just because some of them are a bit personal that I don't necessarily want to share with a lot of other people. I have shared my goals with the people around me in my close circle just to hold me accountable, and they've shared theirs with me. But just for privacy, I would like to just share some of these professional goals just to see if you guys have any of the same, and to hold myself accountable on the internet with my internet fam. So for starters, I'd like to save $10,000 in my savings account outside of my checking account for the year. And I know that if I put it out there that I do more than 10,000 for the year, it'll probably happen, because if you manifest it, you actually put the work in to actually create it. So I'm trying to see if I can do 10,000 for the year. I don't want to set myself up for failure, but I also want to be, realistic and also a bit, over the top. So the thing is, if you don't set goals for yourself that are scary or, not necessarily easily attainable, then you probably aren't dreaming big enough. So I'm just trying to, impress myself this year, because last year I did pretty well. So this year I want to top that at least twice as good, So we'll see. Next on my list, I'd like to pay off at least one private student loan. The federal loans are currently on pause again, which I am so grateful for. And to be honest, if I would love for them to be completely gone. So it is what it is with the federal loans, but the private loans I'm really trying to focus on. So I have a couple that are like 2,000, a couple that are 4,000, a couple that are 10,000, whatever it may be. I'm still paying off student loans. They were in deferment. So I'm just trying to get these out of the way. A big one on my list for this year is invest in my first income property. I don't care what it is. I think I really want to do a 2-flat or maybe a house or something. So we'll see how that pans out. But, along with my savings account and focusing on credit and just having enough equity, I really want to focus on purchasing an income property so I can have some you know, residual income coming in every month and for the year that I don't really have to think about too much, and then hire a property manager so I don't have to focus too much on it. So, and a good property manager, because there are bad ones. And I just want to make sure that my renters are taken care of, because this is their home as well. So I'm super excited to be working on this goal, just because I come from a family of real estate and I just want something of my own, you know. I want to do it myself. So I'm super excited to just step out, branch out, and do this thing for myself. Next, I touched on this a little bit before, I want to sell a script. So I really want to sell one of my stories. I have one that I'm really excited to sell, and I really want to see it on the big screen. So it's, you know, it's up to God, it's up to me, and it's up to, you know, chance and whatnot. So I am excited for the future. I don't know if it's going to be one that I've written already, or one that I'm currently outlining, or another one that comes to mind where there's going to be something I'm working on myself, or I have a few projects that I'm working on with some peers and friends. So we will see. Something along the same lines, that I would like to have at least 3 pilots written for the year. So if I'm being honest, I would love to really do 4 for the year, so I could do 1 each quarter. So we'll kind of see. Every 4 months, you know, should be good. You know, doing 3 for the year. So we'll see. I'll play with it and see how it's going. But I think it'll actually go pretty well, because I'm working on multiple pilots currently. Like right before I turned the camera on, I was working on a pilot, and then I'm working on that same pilot later on today, and then I have another pilot that I'm working on, and a couple more in the works. So we will really see which ones are going to pan out for the year, but I think I might end up doing more than 3. So next on my list, I really want to film 1 project this year. I don't really care which project it is, just something that I'm excited about, whether it's mine or friends. I just want to be a part of the entire creative process. I would love to be a producer and potentially a writer on this project, and I have a few that I have written before that we are planning to film, and then we have some currently that we are planning to film. So we'll see if any of those work out this year, in terms of funding, and in terms of availability, and in terms of safety when it comes to COVID, and just making sure that everyone stays healthy. So it's a lot of logistics when it comes to putting a film together, or a TV show, or whatever project it may be for visuals, and just a lot of logistics when it comes to bringing people together for safety. So it's a lot to think about, and I'm just hoping that it all kind of pans out. We'll make it happen, but hopefully it all pans out by the end of the year, so that we can hopefully film something while it's nice outside. That way we don't have to be indoors. Hopefully we can write something where it's completely outdoors. We'll see. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. So hopefully Rona will let us live this year, and we can get some things done. And last on my list for you guys, but not for me, is learning Spanish. I took Spanish all throughout grade school, and I took French throughout high school, and I didn't take any languages in college, but I really want to fine-tune my skills. I never really learned Spanish that well in grade school. We didn't have the best teacher, and you know, growing up, you don't really want to learn anything extra. You learn the bare minimum, you know, and the curse words, of course. So I really want to focus on Spanish, because I know a lot of Spanish speakers, and I would just love to be able to converse in a different language and be fluent in it and understand it, and then also feel comfortable when I go out of the country. For instance, Mexico, because I love Mexico, and I went 2 years ago. Wow, it's been 3 years. I went December 2019, so it's been a little over 2 years since we went. So I just really want to be able to converse with the locals, know what I'm ordering in Spanish, and eventually move on to relearning French, because I still remember a good chunk of it, but I want to be able to learn more words and phrases so that I can order food, I can go shopping, I can ask for directions and all that. So hopefully that's going to be on my list. And a quick fun fact, the reason that I have like different tiers of goals, and I didn't tell you guys about all the goals, because some of them I'm only focusing on for 1 quarter of the year, and that's because I started reading the 12-week year. That's a really good book, and it helps you break down all your goals into smaller goals, and also you focus on maybe 2 to 3 goals for the first, 90 days? not 90, well, 90 days, but 12 weeks essentially. So 3 months. And I think that it's really great because you really hone in on a few skills and then you move on. So hopefully you are maybe not an expert, but you have a good chunk of understanding of whatever it is you're working on, studying, trying to make a habit. It could be losing weight, which I am currently working on, which is on my list here. So I guess I'll add that, working on, staying healthy. Thank God I'm healthy. And, just losing a bit of weight just so that my old clothes fit a little better. Quarantine wasn't as kind to my waistline as it could have been, but we're gonna make it work. I love food, so it's just been a balance of staying active, portion control, eating the right foods, cutting out sweets again because I did that before. And then life happened, and you just enjoy. I love food. You enjoy food. I love eating. Eating is an amazing part of life. And trying new foods when you go new places and enjoying food and drinks with friends and family. So that's a whole journey within itself, but I'm also working on that. I'm not going to tell you how much I'm trying to lose because that's my business, but I am definitely excited to get back into shape. But yeah, the 12-week year has been really good for me. It's been a bit of a rocky start. So I started it before the new year, but it's been a bit of a rocky start considering the fact that I hate waking up early. I'm a night owl. I will work until midnight, 2 in the morning, every day. But if I have to wake up early, that's a problem. So that's been rough on me because my internal clock is not giving. So I just have to show myself grace. If you're like me, show yourself some grace. You don't have to wake up super early. You don't have to hit every single part of your morning routine at once. Like today, I stayed up late and I woke up at 8, snoozed, and then didn't get up until 8:37. So between 8 and 8:37, I was supposed to have had water, a breakfast snack, yoga, and then read or do Sudoku or both, all by 9 o'clock. And then at 9 o'clock, I was supposed to work out. I did my workout. I did stretch. And I drank my water for sure and ate my little breakfast snack. But I did not do like a real intense yoga, and I did not read or do Sudoku. So I'm doing that later. And I just think that it's important to have realistic expectations, and also, like I said, show yourself grace because every day is not going to be the same. Every day is not going to be perfect. So I'm just trying to get back into the groove of things and stay on a schedule because I have new things on my plate, and I'm just excited. Things are moving along. We can't have everything perfect. So hopefully that serves as some encouragement for you guys, and just keep moving forward, With all that being said, some of the things on my list here and also things that I did not share with you guys is meant to get me out of my comfort zone. So I am, as a lot of you guys know, an introvert. I also experience social anxiety at times and, just generalized anxiety. And I don't always seek out opportunities that will push me out of my comfort zone. I like to be comfortable. I like to be in my bubble. I like to have the same friends and family around me. I don't like going and meeting new people. That's not a thing for me. Like I enjoy people, but going out and specifically networking is not a thing of mine. So you're probably thinking like, wow, film is the wrong place for you. It's not. I just love to create. I don't think that the networking aspect should hinder you. It is what it is. It's a necessary evil, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm just really focusing on getting out of my comfort zone, making sure that I do things that scare me because that's only going to move me forward, particularly pitching. So last year I took an improv class so I can get more comfortable just thinking on my feet, pitching to other people, networking, things like that. It was a lot of fun. I would love to take a lot more because I did used to do some acting growing up. So we shall see what this year holds. Maybe I'll take another one this year. Hopefully some of you guys decide to take it. I highly recommend because it does help you get out of your little shell, out of your little box, and hopefully it helps you with public speaking and all the things that scare you. It definitely helped me. So I just want to encourage you guys to do something this year that scares you. Do something this year that is big and exciting and creative, if that's what you want to do. And I just hope that you guys accomplish every single thing that is on your list. And I want to thank you for joining me and listening to what's on my list. So if you'd like and if you feel comfortable, comment down below some of the things that you'd like to accomplish this year. I'd love to read them. I'd love to hold you accountable, and I'd love for you to hold me accountable at the same time. Thank you guys so much for watching this video with me and planning with me, and I'm so excited for what the future holds for all of us. Catch you guys in the next video, and thanks for watching.